Neon Genesis Evangelion might be on my top 10 most hated anime ever list. Now, before y'all unsubscribe from this channel, hear me out. I don't really hate this anime. It's actually really good. I understand why some of y'all became anime fans in the 80s and 90s. Neon Genesis Evangelion is an anime series that follows a group of teenagers, Shinji, Rei, and Asuka, all piloting giant mechs called Evangelions to protect Earth from mysterious beings known as angels. This story is set in a post-apocalyptic world where Tokyo 3 is humanity's last stronghold after the second impact was caused that destroyed half the human race. I don't hate this show because of the different characters of Shinji, Asuka, and Rei being messed up child soldiers who are all longing for something and borderline crazy because of their past, and are all internally wrestling with something that is just mad deep. Actually, I think all the characters long for something, which I think is actually really significant, and I'll be covering this in this Evangelion series that I'm be doing. But I don't hate this show because of the biblical imagery and somewhat twisting of it, the mention of Adam and the Dead Sea Scrolls, or the mythical first wife of Adam mentioned that assumes that all the humans ever created are children of Lilith. That's a very interesting take. Honestly, most people won't actually know where this all comes from unless they actually do some extra digging and they get into like Jewish mysticism and, you know, Christianity. And like, I didn't know, like, there's a spear of Longinus. Like, I didn't know that that was a Catholic reference to the spear that pierced Jesus' side. I don't even hate this show because of that weird hospital scene with Shinji and Asuka that was just very uncomfortable to sit through. But the reason that I hate this anime so much, but not really, is because it prides itself on being mad philosophical and complex with no solution to give you to figure out or work through these issues. Well, there actually is a solution, and that one is, you know, I'll talk about that later. The series blends mecha action with deep psychological and philosophical and religious themes that will have an anime fan left to his own devices watching this show could either you become crazy or a great philosopher, or you just become really depressed after watching it, as some of you have already hinted at. Which makes sense because the creator of Neon Genesis was mad depressed during the creation of this show, having Shinji be sort of a reflection of his own life, which art reflects life, right? It's one of those anime that you think you understand while watching it, and you're just waiting for all the pieces to come together at the end. And then you get to the end and you have no idea what you just watched. I do love that this anime made me think and is actually providing me a little bit of a challenge for doing an analysis video on it, because I think there's a lot of things that you can glean from it. As a Christian anime channel, I don't want to give you guys surface level takes when it comes to this anime, because I think there are some reach and deep things that we can get out of it. Neon Genesis blends perfectly with the goal of this channel, because a lot of what the characters go through, experience, and think about, the idea of existentialism, the longing for fulfillment and purpose, are things that we as humans wrestle with in this life. But where exactly do we get those answers from? Who provides them? Where do we get identity? Where do we get purpose? Where do we get self-worth from and acceptance? Do we get them from other people? Do we get them from ourselves? How do we solve these questions? Because Neon Genesis' answer is just throw everyone together to be one super entity to solve the world's problems. And I don't think that's how we should go about life. I ultimately think that those answers are found in Jesus and the God of Christianity. I'm showing my hand a little bit at the very beginning of doing these videos, just so y'all know where I'm coming from. So the next couple of videos you see from this channel will be wrestling with the ideas put forth in Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I'll try to answer them from a Christian perspective, all while at the same time hating myself for it, because this anime was dead made for philosophy professors who have nothing else better to do with their time. If you're interested in breaking down and analyzing Neon Genesis from a Christian perspective, or you just want to hear what I had to say, tap in with me. Make sure you hit that like and sub button, and I will catch you in the next video. Cool. All right, catch you later.